The publisher of information research is the University of Borås in Sweden. The Sweden School of Library and Information appears to be world-renowned. The website says SSLIS is the leading institution within the discipline in Sweden, with a well-developed network extending over Nordic countries and Europe as well as internationally. Despite my difficulty finding information on the other editors of information research, after all the other information I found, I felt that this article came from a legitimate journal. I searched for the journal in Cabell's list of publications, and I found the information research was listed. Next, I found Teaching Information Literacy Now by Laura Gardner on the School Library Journal website. When I found this article, I was confident in its credibility. It was a website I had heard of, and the content of the site was appealing and easy to navigate. Once I dug a little deeper, I was surprised. The article was published by School Library Journal. I've heard about this journal, but I looked for some more information just to see what I could find. On their About Me page, it said, "We welcome rigorous thinking, but School Library Journal is not an academic publication." This was the first strike against this article. I looked through the entire School Library Journal website and searched for information on Google, but I couldn't find any information on editors. I did find some information for submitting articles and for people who would like to become reviewers. Again, despite my best search efforts, I had no luck in finding any editorial board for School Library Journal. This journal is sponsored by Scholastic. I have heard of Scholastic. I'm sure that they try to be as accurate as possible with the information that they publish. However, I'm pretty sure their main motivation is to sell their products and not to publish scholarly articles. Overall, I have to rate School Library Journal as uncredible as a source for scholarly research. It is probably a valuable resource for librarians and teachers, but should always be read with the understanding that the publisher's main interest is probably selling a product and not providing credible research. My third article is The Effects of Integrated Information Literacy and Science Curriculum on First Grade Students' Memory and Comprehension Using the PEEP-3 Model, written by Lin Ching Chen and published in the Knowledge Management and E-Learning Journal. Again, it seemed like a strange name for a journal, and I was completely unfamiliar with it. I looked on Cabell's International and I found the journal, so I started doing more research. I had not heard of this journal, so I went to the website and saw the quote, "Knowledge Management and E-Learning is an open-access, peer-reviewed international journal that aims to publish latest and quality research articles in the multidisciplinary area of knowledge management and electronic learning." I also found that the journal has all submissions peer-reviewed in a double-blind process by experts in the field. Maggie Wang and Stephen J.H. Yang are the editors-in-chief for KM and EL. Maggie Wang is part of the Faculty of Education at the University of Hong Kong. Stephen J.H. Yang is a professor at National Central University in Taiwan. NCU is one of the leading universities in Taiwan. KM and EL has a large editorial board. I had not heard of any of them, so I looked up a couple names. J. Michael Spector is associated with the University of North Texas here in the United States. He is involved in educational research at UNT. Michael J. Jacobson is a professor at the University of Sydney in Australia. He is a member of the social work faculty. The University of Hong Kong is the publisher of Knowledge Management and E-Learning. On their University of Hong Kong Today page, they say, "Today, HKU has gained international recognition for its accomplishments as a research-led comprehensive university." Once again, I was led astray by my first impressions. I thought this would not be a legitimate source, but it turned out to be very reputable. Knowledge Management and E-Learning is a great place to find open source articles from the international community.
Created using Powtoon.